down-home inflections and his slangy speech gave a false impression of the speaker being a common man.
Hoover and Roosevelt,
the speaker said, making hostages in the same sentence of the previous president and the current one.
Put me in mind of the patent medicine drummer that used to come around Wynn Parish.
A parish was a county in Louisiana. I wasn't from around these parts, but I picked up quick.
He had 2 bottles of medicine,
the speaker said, in a rumbly baritone that managed to be both casual and grand.
He'd play a banjo, and he'd sell 2 bottles of medicine. One of those bottles he called High Papa Lorum, and the other one of those bottles he called Low Papa Hiram.
That quick grin told the crowd they could laugh at this, and they did.
Finally, somebody around there said, "Is there any difference in these medicines?" And the drummer said, "Why, considerable. These is both good, but they's different."
He was rocking, almost bobbing, like a child's top, and it gave a rhythm to his speech and held the eye.
He said, "High Papa Lorum we make by taking the bark off the tree from the top down, and Low Papa Hiram we make by taking the bark off the tree from the root up."
He raised his eyebrows by way of devilish punctuation, spurring a gentle wave of laughter. His voice rose in timbre.
"And these days, the only difference between the 2 parties in Congress is the Republicans are skinning you from the ankle up, and the Democrats are skinning you from the ear down."
The crowd roared with laughter. Now the speaker ended the anecdote with a blast of fury. There was no humor in his thundering voice as he said,
"Skin 'em up or skin 'em down, but skin 'em."
As the laughter turned to applause, several voices called out over the din.
"You tell 'em, Huey."
"Give 'em hell, big boy."
"Pour it on, Kingfish."
And this indeed was Huey P. Long, the self-anointed Kingfish, after the blackface radio rascal of Amos and Andy fame, former governor of Louisiana, currently United States Senator, and, for all intents and purposes, dictator of the Pelican State, which he ruled through a yes-man figurehead whose name, appropriately enough, was O.K. Allan. Allan was so used to rubber-stamping Huey's edicts, it was said that when a leaf blew in the window onto O.K.'s desk, he just signed the fool thing. This was the populist mastermind, seducing the South with his Share the Wealth plan, promising each and every American family a yearly income of no less than $5,000, old age pensions of $30 a month, a homestead, a car, a refrigerator, and a radio. This would be accomplished by confiscating from the wealthy anything they possessed in excess of $3 million. The details shifted, according to the crowd and his own mood, but the Kingfish's gospel was seductive in these hard times, and it was spreading. In this rural crowd, there was at least one damn Yankee. Me, Nathan Heller, president and everything else of the A1 Detective Agency of Chicago, Illinois. At the moment, I was working as one of a team of 3 bodyguards traveling with the Kingfish, who was making his way back to Louisiana by train and car, fresh from his latest Senate floor filibuster in Washington, D.C. This visit to the fairgrounds in Oklahoma City was just one of several unofficial campaign stops planned along the way. Just about everybody in the country, even an apolitical nincompoop like yours truly, knew that Huey was gearing up for a presidential bid in 1936. That was why so much of his energetic speechifying this afternoon was devoted to bashing FDR. I didn't fit in here exactly, but nobody seemed to notice, or anyway care. I was sipping an orangeade, in keeping with my wardrobe, a lightweight white suit and wide-brimmed Panama hat I'd brought back from a job in Florida a couple years ago. My complexion was a city gray compared to these Indian dark, leathery-faced farmers, and at 6 foot 185 pounds, I made a less than inconspicuous presence. But that didn't bother Huey. He liked having his bodyguards noticed. He was, after all, the sort of individual who brought the whole subject of paranoia into question. His behavior was classic paranoid, but you know what? A hell of a lot of people were out to get him. While most of this crowd either loved the Kingfish or were, at least, entertained by his showmanship, other elements clearly resented the attacks on the President of the United States on a platform decorated with the stars and stripes.
"You're too big."